Hold on. So I'm going to use the numbers for tanks and healers again. Because this should be safe. Yeah.
Oh, you want to do that thing?
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
Rest eternal in the dark.
But yeah, if the max melee is going to be an issue there, we could move MT and OT like that, and then the melees left and right, and then the back four will just have to spread out.
The only potential problem that I can foresee with that is if we're doing Tetra spreads instead, because we won't be able to do that formation. I mean, I guess you could do two different formations, but so for Tetra, basically the idea was that the melees would come into their tanks. I guess that this one could run up to here.
The tanks can go to their melees, though, right?
Yeah, they could, but then
the melees don't usually adjust.
Well, it won't really matter who adjusts, because you won't be getting positionals anyways, except for one formation. It doesn't really matter who goes to who, but the point is, I mean, I guess you could stack up on here. It's just the only thing I see about this is potentially like a bit of like issue with like overlapping. But I don't know. I'm trying whatever.
Oh, we need to see either way.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I was going with this one was more for consistency and like symmetry. It also helps with when you're moving into different positions. For instance, I mean, it's probably fine from the center, but shook a lamb cherry. Oh, Sora. Alright. Okay, so, alright, well, we can try that. So
I'm still going to be behind my...
It's not going to change much for the range healers. Yeah. So yeah, just do main tank front, off tank at max melee behind them, and then the melee's just to the left and right. So Lucky, you'll always be to the left of the tanks, and Dan will always be to the right of the tanks.
Sounds
and
good.
Then if we're doing Tetra, I mean, we can. All right, we'll have the tanks move out to stack on
the marks.
Yeah, and then for the range, so go into positions now. Don't go all the way in. To just like stay roughly where you'll be. No, for spreads first. So go stand basically where Zurian is, and then so the AoE I believe is the size of a square.
That big? Sure
I think so. Maybe a little bit smaller.
If it's that big, then these guys are gonna be cooking.
Maybe it's half of a square, because you could stand here and here, and then you could have someone stand here, and you wouldn't hit each other. So maybe it's a bit smaller. So, because I like measured it on the VOD and then transposed it to the raid planner. But basically, the way I had it was, wait, what are these waymarks? These aren't what? Are these PF waymarks?
They're literally exactly the same as what we'd use, except I moved them in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, why do we want them in though?
Because normally when you're aiming, or at least I found when Dan and I are aiming for like a spot for stacking, we usually aim for here.
So with the spread positions, I had it on each marker.
Oh, okay. So
the melees were essentially on here. Tanks were on like the inside of the mast. You kind of could be on the mast, but to be safer, it was more like here. But let's just try and figure out the positions. So Zurians, just stand forward a little bit here. Cherry, come stand. Just pretend Zurians further in. Well, you'll essentially be at max melee. And then I would say be on the outside of the masks for the melees. So you spread position. Yeah, so maybe like you left and right of the marker, sort of around the mask. I think is where you. I mean, the other thing is, as long as you can hit the boss, you can be further out as well. So, and then ranged. So we're gonna do healers on the inside. So we will stand. It doesn't really matter for us. So maybe we stand in line with the masks. Well, it's just better to have them at the edge because that gives the melees more room for error. So I would be like here, and then Commander. I think maybe on the outside of this line would be good. And then healers, we can sort of we have a bit of wiggle room in here. We just don't want to overlap with each other, and that should be about good. So yeah, I would say, I mean theoretically, you can almost use these 4 squares.
Yeah, okay. So be outside of the line for you.
Yeah, I reckon that's good.
I'd imagine that we could squeeze tighter, but why we don't if we don't need to? What's the point, right? So,
so, well, in that case, we just say all DPS stack with your tank healer. So, but in this case, it's going to be different because of melee uptime. So, Commander will be stacking with me, Ruka will be stacking with Rory, and then we'll do Lucky with Zurian and Cherry with Dan. So tanks will go out to stack with the melees where they are. For Tetra. Sound good?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So does everyone remember their creation on command spread positions?
That was what I just wanted to quickly reiterate, because last time when we were discussing it, we actually only discussed one possible config.
Yep.
I don't think it was very clear, but just to be clear though, we would be doing something like tanks. So if it's a north-south spread, right, it will be tanks like here, and healers back here, and then melees here, and range on the opposite other side, right?
Yes. I will also post these in.
So that's a north-south spread with the ranged going with tanks and then the healers going with melee. But then if it's east-west, you would just flip around. So like I would go here.
But, yeah.
I thought like 2 weeks ago you and Pem were discussing actually having it so that you would flip around on this corner here, right?
Is my audio working now?
Yeah.
Sorry, Pem. Yeah. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Check strats and resources if you want to see a visual of it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You can have that up if you need it. But yeah, the logic is north-south is melee healers and tank ranged. East-west is essentially light parties.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
And yes, so that's for yep. And then just a reminder for the second part of creation on command, we're doing each group has one will be going either left or right based on where you are. For the healers, I'm going left, Roy's going right. For the tanks, Zurian's going right, Cherry's going left. This is a bit of a weird sort of thing where we're trying to have the tanks and healers are going closest to the D/B line, so the east-west line, and DPS are going closest to the A/C line. Basically, just look at your position and remember whether you're going left or right. Like left of the marker or right of the marker.
Only when it's in the corners. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's only if it's corners. That's only if it's spread. If it's stack, you just go on your marker. So Vipers is spread, so we'll just call spread, and Tetra is stack, pair stacks. So if it's in the center, which is double Phoenix, then it's just go to your clock position in their center and stand at the edge of the Phoenix. And it should be fine because it's just a piece. And if it's Tetra inside, just stay at your corner. And stack with your partner. Okay. Any questions? Anyone want to clarify anything?
No. Not really.
Alright, cool. Let's do it. Check.
And Dan, if you can just focus on the raid instead of Sexy Colonel, that'd be...
I will try my hardest.
I think that's an unreasonable request, Commander. Jesus.
Ooh. Bit a bit harsh there.
I thought you're certainly a creation and command.
Alright, off you go.
So just started doing neutral sect and horoscope at the beginning, regardless, because they never use it early on.
Tincture.
Take your tinctures off your hotbar.
Okay.
Gonna be using them.
Rest eternal.
Actually, that's not
in the
necessarily
dark
true.
depths of this prison.
Hopefully we
That's
might.
unlikely. Yeah. We're actually not, like, super far off.
Halfway through the fight.
Oh, halfway. Don't tell me that, God. I was hoping. Alright, pair stacks.
Sear flesh from bone. Leave naught but ash in your wake.
Inside pair stacks.
Let seep sorrow into your heart.
Because
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
don't be on your markers for every CD. The outside. Coming in. Remember your A to C priorities. Check who your partner is.
You are prey to be consumed.
Moving away from the petrify. What? Ah, it's after. Isn't it? We're gonna.
I got petrified. I got petrified, my bad.
Oh, you...
We can still live.
No. There's Ecto plus thing.
Shall we just read?
Yeah.
It is possible, depending on the timing, to live through that. We've definitely done it before.
No, it was
That was
only
only
one.
one. You can live with one, but it's the same as the ads from P5. You can live with one, depending on the timing. I think if you... Oh, that's what it is. If you petrify it, it will delay when it goes off, and if you delay it, it will align with the raid wipe. If you don't petrify it, it will go off early so you can heal up before the ectothermos. So, funnily enough, if you fuck it up even more, you're more likely to live. That doesn't mean don't do it properly, but yeah, so I forgot about the freaking delay on the petrify. wait till that goes off. I still got it, but
Alright,
At
let's go.
first, I was afraid.
I didn't even have food on lol.
Neither.
KFC.
Yeah, that was
wow,
You
we have-
even did a food check.
Yeah.
We have 65k
Oh.
health now. Hell yeah.
The first special trial wasn't my bad. Alright, countdown.
Please said Snickers, like the chocolate bar.
You're not you when you're hungry.
You just look this.
I was about to say don't petrify. Don't think shit.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
You want to pick
Petrify in a specific direction. Air stacks.
Sear flesh from bone. Leave naught but ash in your wake.
Air stacks.
Out of my sight.
Salt. I'll wait till the tanks. Outside your markers.
Behold the fruits of
When I say
sacrifice.
markers, don't be on your markers, I think is the thing. In line with this. Pop your knockback.
You will know my
Let's admit.
rage.
Surprising.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Who praying before a
It's out.
god?
2's out.
Building
3's
another
out.
two.
3's out. 3, 3, 3, 3. No,
No.
3's. 3's you can move out. 3's you can move out as soon as 1 gets hit. Yeah. Yeah. This is now closer, so go even further out. Yeah, that's true.
Just go max melee.
Yeah, essentially, I think so. There's no reason not to.
You're 12.
Oh, because you deleted your mouse settings. Lol.
You're 12? What do you mean you're 12?
Who can repair me?
I can repair.
Oh, 12 on the hotbar, right? Okay.
It won't let me do a 2-second countdown for you, Cherry. Sorry.
Countdown.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
Being at 2.31 doesn't feel that different.
Sear flesh from bone. Leave naught but ash in your wake.
Air stacks.
Let sheep sorrow into your heart.
Mix up the chain. Markers.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You will know my rage. Fools praying before a god.
One's out, you two's getting ready. 2's and 3's out. I don't think you had nobody.
No, lucky was it. Yeah, I was with. It's 71k. Michelle Center. Feels like losing.
Okay, creation on command. So orient yourself around your corners.
Leave
So you
naught
can
but
move
ash
away.
in your wake.
VD. Remember flares to cardinals, vipers to cardinals. DPS in. And then that would have been corners plus stacks. We had... Who did we have? We had someone... Was that... Zurian came to Lucky's spot?
Am I always on the left side when we do
Yeah,
that?
you'll... No. Check strats and resources. You'll just always be...
Near 4.
You'll be in your corner.
I am.
Melees, you literally take like 2 steps, but pretty
You're
much.
either side of the
So
4 marker.
we're assigned to corners, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
essentially.
corner that me and you usually stack.
We're
in
trying to
is where
limit
we
the
do
movement
that.
as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Or is it? Yeah, Act 1. It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool.
Yep, all good.
Let's go check. Cool.
Let's go. How dare you?
Oh, Cherry, you should have told me that you had glamour.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this
I was
prison.
surely. There he is.
Opener feels a lot more pair stacks.
No, it feels a little more better.
That's an interesting
Yeah,
way.
On a faster skill speed, it feels better because I get to do it faster.
That's what past that change.
Yeah.
Leave naught but ash in your
Inside
wake.
pair stacks.
Just into here.
Yeah.
Let seep sorrow into your heart.
Stop. Just
Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You will know my rage.
this is a wide just one. This is gonna fuck up.
You know, I've got a first stomp for every like pull we did so far.
Fools praying before a god.
Good, we'll put that into our plan.
Yeah, everybody kill yourselves, get res immunity, and
Put
then
it in the
stay
macro.
space.
Goodbye, world. We're doing that. What did you? How did you die?
No
Knockback?
knockback.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Is it the shoes?
Alright, countdown.
Oh yeah, there's no grip on your shoes.
Good ones. Wrong. They're slippers. They're literally supposed to slide. I didn't mean to make that joke, but
I appreciate
Rest
it.
eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
they literally are. 6 is way
Sheer flesh from bone.
actually for ranged.
Leave naught but ash in your
Maybe
wake.
inside pair stacks.
Let seep sorrow into your heart.
How did I need to use my compensation?
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Side markers. Knockbacks.
You will know my rage.
Two. 3. 4.
Who's braying?